Hey, thanks for clicking Weather on Demand. I'm Sean Householder for Upper Michigan Source.com, and happy Friday to you. Here's what's happening, at least on the national map. Strong high pressure starting to gain control of the Missouri and Mississippi River valleys and around the Great Lakes. We're still under the influence of that deep low pressure system. We've had our eye on that thing for several days now. Still under that northwest flow, tapping into that moisture coming off the lake. And you know, that high pressure is working far enough into parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin to bring some clearing skies there. But we're already seeing the leading edge of that next Clipper system working into southern Canada. Here's what's happening locally. Satellite and radar, northwest flow, and some splotchy lake effect showers, mainly along that Superior shoreline. But we've already started to see a drying trend across the western UP. Hang on to these showers throughout, even into the afternoon hours across the eastern UP. And it was a crystal clear night for many folks across the UP. And this morning, temperatures, well, combination of lighter winds and clearing skies. Temperatures sink into the 20s in some of the cooler spots along that Wisconsin line. Still kind of flirting with freezing along the shoreline. Places like Munising, warmer. It's 34 there, and definitely on the warm side in places like Copper Harbor. But generally lots of cold air all across the country. The Twin Cities checking in 31, St. Louis 31. And those guys are starting the day well below average for at least the second day now. The normal overnight low is still into the upper 40s, so they're way short of their overnight low. These are all frost and freeze warnings for this morning. Large portion of the Mississippi, Tennessee River valleys, even into the Ohio River Valley, and over towards the Chesapeake and Delmarva Peninsulas. Those are all frost and freeze warnings, and for the most part that's all associated with this strong high pressure ridge. That means clear skies and with cold continental temperatures. Well, temperatures falling below what they normally expect for today. Today we actually start to see a subtle warm up. We're on the northern fringe of this high pressure system, so winds will start to shift out of the west and then southwest. It doesn't really provide a whole lot of relief, though, because here's this next Clipper type system, and you can see tonight into Saturday, this thing makes a quick approach. We'll see some gusty winds associated with this thing. It's a pretty deep low pressure. All those white lines, isobars, indicating lines of equal pressure. And so with the proximity of this high pressure system over the plains and that low, well, we see some gusty winds working in tonight. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 30, even 35, even 40-mile-an-hour gust, especially into the exposed portions of like the Keweenaw Peninsula and along the shorelines. But this afternoon, we do see generally a drying trend in any lake effect precipitation. That's all thanks to some drier air working in and northwest winds eventually shifting to the southwest. I think there is still a possibility for some lingering precipitation, especially into the Keweenaw Peninsula and extreme eastern UP. Pretty limited, though, and it'd be all rain. By tonight, Houghton-Hancock, that's the battle of the bridges there. I think we start dry, but there'll be some rain mixing in towards the end of the game. Temperatures generally into the upper 30s. That'll be a breezy game. That should be an interesting game for the kicker. And for Menominee facing Marquette, I think we'll stay dry for that. But again, that's an interesting game too. Southwesterly winds with perhaps a 25-mile-an-hour gust. And that's the last scheduled home game. Then we'd be looking into postseason. Here's what happens tonight. It's breezy. Temperatures sink into the low and mid 30s, and so we'll see some chance for some mixed precipitation working in, but I think it's all rain to start, and then we'll see that mix pre-dawn on your Saturday. And it's a mix on your Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. We'll see some accumulating snow by Sunday. Temperatures a little cooler than today, upper 30s and low 40s. So Saturday is quite windy. Perhaps a 40-mile-an-hour gust, and some colder air works in Sunday night into Monday with the next front. We'll get some snow out of that one too, but we could see a warm up for Halloween and towards the end of next week. Have a great weekend.